Where would you rank that? Is that one of the all-time Christmas movies?
I actually haven't seen it. I just saw the commercial. So it'd be a little hard for me to rank that one at all.
Hey, we have a road trip coming up, so maybe
I could, now we cut the cord. We can make that happen. I didn't get punched in the block.
No.
Yeah, that's what James Johnson's saying, the same thing, but I'm looking in the face of Halliburton. He didn't react to it.
You mentioned Emmanuel Quickly is in, 30 out of Kentucky. He's very quick, and he can shoot it. He's out there with Brunson. Randall cut off. Neesmith's done a nice job, but they're going to call a foul. And that is a tough cover.
Neesmith he's overreacting again on the call on the foul. He's got to let it go. That's his second foul. That's a tough guard for him to have. And even if he put his arms straight up, when you're kind of new in the situations, one of the challenges you just have being new, and he hadn't played a lot when he was in Boston, you're probably got to get you some credit before you raise your arms and complain about something.
He was talking to Mitchell Irvin, and you're right. When you look at Neesmith, last year he played 52 games in Boston, averaged 4 points and a couple of rebounds as Chris Duarte getting ready to check in. O'Shea Brissett is in. And so the first time we've seen Chris Duarte since November the 4th.
Yeah, this is, and you were talking about it and how people are going to get moved around in rotation. This is a good problem to have, and I know that he has to be anxious to get back out on the floor, because there were guys that were starting to eat into minutes that were getting some permanent position in the rotation, and he wants to make sure that he can secure that and play and help his team win.
In his last full game was on Halloween night in Brooklyn. He had a 30-point game. He got injured then the following Friday against Miami, and this is the first time he's on the floor for the Pacers.
He stopped. I'm sorry. I'm watching and in my own way trying to mentally assist Matherin in his reads. He has had to grow, Chris, and he's doing a pretty good job as the Pacers foul on the other end. But what he's got to read is when is a good shot and when is not a good shot. And because he's so confident in his ability to make shots, and now he's rounding into a better decision maker on shots, just slowly but surely. But that's going to make him more effective.
Quentin Grimes was a first-round draft pick by the Clippers, traded to the Knicks. He's in his second year out of Houston as Miles McBride is in, also a second-year player out of West Virginia. They have a lot of very similar wing position players. They all can do some different things, but similar size, very athletic.
That's how you can get guys to play anywhere. You don't worry about it. You try to make sure that you cover, if you will, the center position, but everybody else is pretty much interchangeable, and that means their positionless and can switch everything, and that's part of their thinking.
Isaiah Jackson had a 10.6 rebound game against Cleveland. Here is the shot, missed, but a foul. He got knocked to the deck by Hartenstein.
It was a good take, too. You move the ball from side to side. You can get some good things. Duarte comes here. You can see Hartenstein come over and clobber him. Not hit him, clobber him.
9 points a game for Duarte in year number 2. As a rookie last year in 55 games, he averaged 13. And his first point on the board. Now a message from Mr. Quick.
Enjoyed the Knicks and the Pacers. Please hit the like button, subscribe. Leave your comments which other games you're looking forward to seeing tonight, what matchups. Share the video and support the channel. Information's in the description.
He leads the NBA at better than 41 points per game. They had 55 in Cleveland on Friday night. Randall for 3. A 10-point first quarter for Julius Randle. And the Pacers lead is 2. T.J. McConnell goes inside, hangs, and it hung on the rim. Ball loose, and they're going to give it to New York.
I was with you on this thick and Pacers, quite frankly.
Yeah, I was waiting for Mitchell Irvin. I thought he might point the other way.
I think it went off of Jackson.
Miles McBride handling the backup point guard position. The thing that's happened is Derrick Rose has seen his minutes just dwindle.
Derrick Rose is at a point in his career, his minutes are going to dwindle. I mean, you're talking a guy who in his rookie year was the MVP. So he's had a tremendous run. Chris, I know it goes fast, but at some point when you start to get 30 and you're a guard, you lose the quickness. And he's had multiple surgeries, had to reinvent himself. And it's just not, he's not the player he was not 3 years ago.
He's played 22 games this year. He came off the bench briefly in Chicago on Friday, but before that had not played. And Randall's now missed 3 straight free throws. There's Derrick Rose.
Yeah, but part of the reason, that he's from Chicago.
Yeah.
And there's talk in there as to whether or not because of what he did in terms of how great he was coming in, they're talking Hall of Fame-ish kind of thing. So I think that's part of the reason he played in Chicago.
As Quinn said, a Rookie of the Year, an MVP, played for Tom Thibodeau in Chicago.
And he helped establish some culture in New York. That's why Tom Thibodeau wanted him on the roster. Culture is in any group dynamic is huge. Great pass.
Matherin. And now will loft it up, put in by Jackson. Isaiah Jackson hung tough. He did not play in 2 straight games, but played well off the bench in Cleveland on Friday. Rick Carlisle said, we have honest conversations with our players. They've got to be ready.
Hartenstein is a good player. He may not be a great player, but for a bench player, he's good. He's got some size.
Last year played in L.A. with the Clippers. Brissett drives on Randall, and Randall fouled him.
Yeah, he fouled him.
And that's a good foul for the Pacers because that's number 2 on Randall. Randall's holding up his hand. He does not want to come out with 23.3.
No, they were having a conversation. And I look at Tom Thibodeau, was talking to him about, can you play without fouling? And he answered him, yes. He said, then don't.
Don't miss tonight's Game Night Special featuring the Pacers Quarter Zip Hooded Fleece, just $40. Shop tonight's exclusive Game Night Special and more online at PacersTeamStore.com while supplies last. First point for O'Shea Brissett. He's averaged 9 points over his last 10 off the bench. Shot clock is off. Quickly has it. Guarded by T.J. McConnell. High screen. Hartenstein. Quickly the 3.
That's what he'll do, too. He'll get off that screen quickly and make the 3.
McConnell's going to get all the way to the basket. He's got to shoot it. He does.
He's on the line.
And the New York Knicks battle back to regain the lead after a quarter. 29-28. Indiana shot 44% the first 12 minutes. The Knicks shot 55%. 29-28 Knicks on Valley Sports.